Hi everybody, thank you for watching. This is Sue Schoning, and I wanted to spend a little bit of time going through what we can expect from this 11-11-11 energy that is happening on Sunday. I'm sure, will have heard that people have said it's time for us to awaken, it's time for us to activate, it's time for us to ascend. What does that really mean, and what is the practicality of it? How does that affect our day-to-day life? So I wanted to spend a few quick minutes just exploring this energy before we even get into the weekend. Sunday sees us with the 11th day of November, which is the 11th month in an 11 universal year. How do I get to this? I add the 2 plus the 0 plus the 1 plus the 8, which is 2018. I add all of that together and it gives us an 11 year. Now, before I explain what that actually means, what I want you to do is be very aware that the last time we had an 11 energy or an 11 universal year was in 2009. Just cast your mind back to what was 2009 for you. In my life, it was a year of monumental change, huge experiential change. I moved from South Africa to Germany, so it was an absolute change in terms of culture, language, the way things were done, the houses that we live in, the food that's in the shops. Everything that was my normal was swept away and was replaced by this need to gear up into a completely new way of doing things. And some of us, as we look back to 2009, might turn around and say it changed absolutely everything about my life. Some of us might turn around and say, you know what, relationships or jobs or money or my spiritual life, or there were huge changes in the way I believed or the way I actually went through life. Cast your mind back to 2009 when you have some time over this weekend, and just be aware, what was that energy that was vibrating through you during that time? Because this was the last time that we had an 11 universal year. Here's the interesting thing, that the time before that was in 1910. You can see there 1 plus 9 plus 1 gives us an 11. So this is not a common thing. This is really truly not one of those things that rolls around every 11 years that we end up in an 11 universal year. Absolutely not. We are in a space here where it's actually quite a rare occurrence. So just be very aware of the significance of this happening. 11, the 11th day, 11, the 11th month in an 11 universal year is actually a very rare conjunction. So what does the 11 actually mean? Well, it's primary significance. It's a master number. We always talk about that 11 energy as a master number, and here we are in a month where we've got 3 of them happening at the same time. What it really means, it's all about spiritual evolution. When that 11 energy comes to bear, it's about a spiritual evolution. It's an invitation to level up, and its energy is instinctive, it's intuitive, it's incredibly sensitive. This is where our empath energy comes from, that energy to be able to feel and interpret vibes that are happening, whether they're from people or situations that we find ourselves in. It's a very psychic energy, very inspired, and in its highest energy form, it's exceptionally illuminating. So this is the vibration that's in that 11 energy. But here, if we add in the 11 of the day, 11 of the month, and 11 of the year, what we've got is 11 times 3, which gives us a 33. And 33 is also a master number, and that resonates with the energy. It's the humanitarian, it is the divine healer, it is profoundly understanding with huge conscious knowledge. It vibrates at the level of deepest divine truth. It is kindness in its most magnificent form. It is divine peace. So here we have on the one side this inspiring, illuminating, very intuitive, psychic energy of the 11, combining and giving us this very powerfully truthful, conscious energy of the 33. And this is what actually happens here. I want you to think of a triangle, and at each corner of those triangles, I want you to position that 11 energy. So the triangle would look something a little bit like this. And let me just take my face off here so you can see. Triangle would look a little bit like this. So we've got intuitive, we've got illuminating, we've got spiritual evolution, we've got psychic, we've got all of that energy at the corners of this triangle. And what we've got going at the center of this triangle is we've got a doorway which resonates at that vibration of the 33. Think of it as a doorway, as a portal that resonates at that energy of humanitarian understanding, divine peace. It's enormously conscious, exceptionally kind. It's that healing, profound healing energy that comes from this. And we talk about this as the triangle of enlightenment. So now when I say to you, we are heading into an 11, 11, 11 energy, you can see the profound meaning of that. It's illuminating, it's evolution, it's intuitive, it's psychic, it's inspired. It's all of these things that is incredibly sensitive. It holds a space for that triangle of enlightenment. It holds this very, very inspired, intuitive space. And then in the center, there is this doorway that appears so that the humanitarian healer, the conscious, the truth, the kind, the divine peace can start to materialize. This is why this energy that we're going into on Sunday is so very, very profound. What you need to know is that there are a few days this month that resonate with this exceptional energy, and the 11th of the 11th of the 11th is one of those days. The 28th of the 11th of the 11th is another, and the 29th of the 11th of the 11th is another. And the reason being is because what it does is it gives us all these multiples of one, and this tells us there's new directions, there's new focus, there's new pathways that are beginning to unfold. But particularly the 2 days, the 29th and the 11th, are all about ascension. They're all about elevation. They're all about evolution. Exceptionally profound energies. There's another day that you need to be prepared for as well, by the way, and that's also the 19th. 1 plus 9 gives me a 10. 1 plus 0 gives me a 1. So the 2 days that you need to look at for direction are the 19th and the 28th, and the 2 days that you need to look for evolution and ascension are these 2 days of the 11th and the 29th. So just put those in your diary and just be very aware of them. So what can you expect from these days, particularly on Sunday, particularly on the 29th? Be alert and be aware for intuitive signs and messages that come from the universe. You know, where we suddenly have our energy drawn or our attention drawn to something. If it happens once, if it happens twice, it's a coincidence. If it happens 3 times, it's synchronicity. You might find yourself being attracted more and more to those double digits that are appearing on the clock or on your phone or on the radio, where you happen to just look and it seems to be 11:11 or 22:22. Just be very aware during these periods. These are signs, these are messages, these are activations that are coming in through the universe. So just be aware. This is a period, as I said, of new starts. It's got huge potential. If I think back to what 2009 was for me, it changed my life completely from almost a 180 perspective. I was walking in one direction, and 2009 picked me up very firmly and turned me around so that I was heading in a completely different direction. At the beginning of the year, if you'd have said to me that by the end of the year I would be living in Germany, I think I would have dismissed it and said, you're smoking your socks, it isn't going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. The beginning of the year, I was heading in one direction, and by the end of the year, I was setting up home in another country. So this is the kind of magnitude that this energy brings our way. New starts, huge potential. It's about light, illuminating the path forward. Now, for some of us, 2018 has been an exercise of blundering around in the dark. It's felt as if it's been incredibly difficult, with lots of challenges and lots of false starts and lots of what the hell am I supposed to be doing now? As we come into this weekend, I want you to imagine that there is a spotlight that starts to go on, and suddenly we can see the path in front of us, and it's illuminating the path, and it can illuminate all of those pitfalls that we've been falling over, you know, those bricks and boulders that we've been falling over. But it can also illuminate what is the path that we're supposed to be taking, what is the next step that we're supposed to be taking. So it's a very powerful energy. Sunday, exceptional time to set new intentions, to meditate on higher consciousness, to be in a space where you are aware that there are deeper insights coming in. You know, sometimes we go through life and we see things at a very surface level, and you know, sometimes we get hit almost like a bolt of lightning, and we can see things to their very, very deepest core, and we can see truth that we just haven't been able to see about a situation or about a relationship or about a circumstance. That is what this energy is on Sunday. So just be very aware that it's got this ability to be laser focused. It's got this ability to shine the light so we know where we are, and to just awaken us that there's a higher truth. There's a deeper truth to what it is that we might have been seeing. If we've been looking at things on a surface level, that this gives us an invitation. Go deeper. Go deeper, go deeper. There's a deeper truth that is resonating. It's an exceptionally active energy. This is not about sitting and saying, oh, that's great, I had an awareness. Oh, that's wonderful, I had some kind of illumination. It's about getting the awareness, getting the illumination, and then putting on your boots and walking the path. So it demands from us an exceptionally, exceptionally active energy. So be prepared for you to get some aha moments, to get some messages, and to then get pushed and prodded and say, now, 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 get moving, start doing the work now. So this is what we are expecting as we go into this weekend. So very short, very quick whistle stop tour that says this is what you can expect from the energy as we go into Sunday, the 11th of the 11th of the 11th, again as we go into the 29th of the 11th of the 11th. Use this energy, really, truly. Spend some time in meditation, spend some time connecting, spend some time investigating. What is the deeper possible truth that is there? Be alert for signs and synchronicities, but be alert that this is an invitation. Actually, no, it's not an invitation. It's a demand. Come on now, let's get moving. Let's get moving. I wish you an awesome week ahead. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I'll be back with you really soon with your next energy update. If you found this useful, by the way, just click on the link below and subscribe to the channel or subscribe to our newsletter, and then you never have to miss another update. But thanks for watching again. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll be back with you soon. Bye for now. Bye.